Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Halti Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Halti Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. Series A fundraisers focus on growth. The goal of the fundraise pitch is not to show that you can sell the product to someone, but rather that you can grow the business. Here are some key metrics to evaluate the startup's growth story. Revenue. This can be done on a month-over-month, quarter-over-quarter, or year-over-year basis. Focus on net revenue. Revenue model. This could be subscription, transaction fees, fees for service, or more. Focus on how much of the revenue is recurring or repeating. Customer concentration. This measures how much revenue comes from a handful of customers. Compare the revenue from the top 3, 5, 10, and 20 customers to see if there's too much concentration. Gross margin measures the difference between the net revenue and the cost of goods sold. The healthier the margins, the more resilient the business. CAC LTV ratio. This ratio compares the cost of customer acquisition to the lifetime value of the customer. For a Series A company, this should be 1 to 5 or 1 to 7. Focus on these key metrics in evaluating a Series A company. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Halti Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.